Bonjour mes amis, hi guys, SOTC time, state of the collection. It's been a while, so from my first purchase, this very German blue Zeppelin with see-through caseback on a rather bland and noisy Miyota movement, which I don't really wear anymore, to my darling of the moment, the Rolex Explorer. Let's go through them all. Seiko fanboys, be patient, I have a couple of boxes full of them coming in a moment. First, let's look at the main dish. These are the ones I wear daily. No particular rotation reason. It just depends on the mood and the color of my clothes. Detailed reviews are available on my channel, so please go ahead and if you wish to know more, like, and if you haven't done so yet, subscribe at the same time to help the channel. By the way, big thanks to my 2,400 and counting subscribers. I enjoy your comments and hope to bring you content worth your YouTubing time. I just love my two Rolex, or maybe I should call it Rolei. The Explorer, current reference 214270, is my usual daily and often nightly driver, as the legibility in the dark is as good as in the daytime. Something you can't tell about many watches. It's ideal on every level, despite the lack of date. It's probably the watch that you don't get, quote unquote, until you own it, and then you realize it's all you ever needed. I use the Easy Link quite a bit, and the watch runs within 2 seconds of daily accuracy. Barely less accurate at +3 seconds a day, but with a date, a GMT function, a stunning polar dial, and slim steel bezel, this mid-2000s Explorer 2 reference 16570 is the ideal complement to the Explorer 1, and I wear it on the weekend mostly, but it sure looks good with suits as well. These are still affordable, so don't miss the boat and get yourself the best you can find, ideally an unpolished and serviced item with original papers like I did. Next are two watches that I didn't know at all about before encountering them here in this watch mecca that is Hong Kong, but they caught my attention immediately and joined the collection. Like many collectors of anything, I like to tick all the boxes, and this pair ticks many of them. The JLC Reverso Grand Sport chronograph is my first foray into high horology and doesn't disappoint. Besides being original by its shape, the caliber allowing a chronograph to run on the back of the main time with a retrograde minute counter is a little marvel of horology. Next to the date, there is even an indication of whether the chronograph is running or not to avoid an unfortunate resetting while in operation. The minutiae of the details and finish on the dials is wonderful, and the bracelet is not only one of the most comfortable you can experience, it also has Easy Link type of adjustments of 2mm on each side of the complex double folding clasps. If the lume hadn't almost totally faded away, this could be quite a statement as an only watch. Next to it is my Zenith El Primero Chronomaster triple calendar moon phase, 39mm of diameter, and so much to enjoy with its rounded steps on the case and crystal, flurry of information, display case back, handmade cordovan strap, and chronometer certification. This one is due for a service, but I got in at a very low price, full set, and it is my affordable alternative to a perpetual calendar Patek. It's maybe a good time to talk about value when building up your collection, at least if you're not filthy rich. Whether I buy new or used at an AD or on the grey market, I always shop around for the best price on the market, comparing local ads, which are plentiful here in Hong Kong, with Chrono24, eBay, and web discount shops. That way, I'm fairly confident that I could resell all my pieces with minimal loss and sometimes at a profit. Here's a peek into a big Excel sheet where I keep up all the details about my watches. I give nickname to the watches, add some color, logging details about the movements, rank them based on different criteria, and log in what I paid, what I estimate the current resale value is, and what profit or loss I have made. It's very nerdy, but I would recommend you to do the same if you are building up your collection, otherwise you will quickly lose track. One thing missing is the purchase date or age of the watch, and that's important with regards to service. I'm going to add that very soon. Now back to the collection. The only watch that I have bought at retail price is the Explorer, a testament of how masterfully Rolex has manipulated its steel sports market. Not so clever, Omega floods the market with models like this Seamaster Aquaterra, which allows punters like me to pick up this 38.5mm version in mint condition full set for half the retail price. By the way, one wonders why this watch doesn't just come in 39 or 40mm rather than this version and another in 41mm. I guess Omega likes to offer options like you get when you pick a new car. Nevertheless, this is a wonderful modern feature-packed timepiece that you can wear just about in any circumstance, which is the essence of the Seamaster concept. My daughter is joining us. Okay, Lauren, what do you think about my watch collection? Do you love it?
Baby watch.
Baby watch? You like the baby watch? Yeah, you already have two watches. Yeah, you have a flick flack. Do you love it? Now, don't push the button.
Why?
Why they want to listen to me?
Boom, boom.
And here's my son. You want to say something?
Papa,
Hey, what's the best watch, Leon?
Oh, cool.
You like my watches?
Yeah, I like a Martha.
One day they will be yours.
Papa! Papa! Hello?
Say hello to the world.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello!
No, don't scream. Do you have a watch?
Why you gonna squeeze? Hello!
Do you have a watch, Leon?
No.
Yes, no. Yes, you have two watches. What color is your watch? You have a Lego watch. You want to have a G-Shock. A red G-Shock.
Why can you go to the ads?
Okay. Say bye-bye.
No.
Also full of features and just as compact is my Speedmaster Racing. Panda dial, column wheel chronograph, chronometer certified, perfect AR coating, great color theme and dial, comfortable high quality strap. You get the idea. This watch packs a punch for smaller wrists and a hard to argue with price point on the gray market of around $3,000. Brand new. I got mine new, so less than that. My wrist is 17 centimeters in circumference, by the way, about average. Much less modern, but as classic and gorgeous as they get is the Moon watch, still worn in space to this day. What can I add that hasn't been told? It wears like silk. The twisted lugs are gorgeous. It's a watch that inspires epic adventures from the comfort of your office chair. It's even a spectacle at night, and in the mid-3000s on the grey market, there's no reason not to own one and keep it for the rest of your life. I just had mine regulated and demagnetized, and it now runs close to perfection. On to Grand Seiko. If Rolex doesn't seem to want to sell you the watches in their stores, you can always count on Grand Seiko to oblige. The brand has gained a lot of traction recently, and although I've made a video complaining about the lack of service available outside of Japan and the US, which undermines the brand a lot in my opinion, I nevertheless still enjoy wearing my Snowflake, which I've kept after all, at least for now. This is the flagship here in the current reference SBGA211G of the now independent brand. It dazzles and at the same time inspires tranquility with this spring drive powered, smooth gliding seconds hand. It's titanium. It's got a 3-day power reserve with its indicator on the dial. It's got date. It's just a great alternative to a Rolex Datejust, but it could use an easy adjustment on the clasp. I find myself at the moment right between the half-link comfort zone, too tight or too loose. It happens sometimes. I'd love to show you my limited edition SBGE 245, a flagship release from last year, but it came with a misaligned bezel. You can remove Seiko from the dial, but some things never change. And I am desperate to see it coming back from the service center. Again, since Rolex won't make their watches available in sufficient quantities, Grand Seiko dives into the gap to get market shares with this gorgeous piece. Not for the small-wristed, but incredibly modern and exciting. Packed with features, not the least, once again, the spring drive and its incredible accuracy. Or that beautifully loomed bezel. I got 15% off on this piece, so I hope to get my money back should I decide that it's not worth the trouble of holding Grand Seiko until they improve their after-sales service here in Hong Kong. 2 watches left in this box. A mid-tier favorite, the retro Longines Legend Diver, faithful reproduction of their gorgeous inner bezeled super compressor diver from the 60s, now with modern build and added water resistance up to or down to 300 meters. This is the discontinued no-date model that trades above original retail price. I got this one full set in Japan at a great discount. It's a sweet piece for all occasions, including actual diving. And finally, here's my guilty pleasure. Well, everything is a guilty pleasure, I suppose. But this one does catch a bit of flack due to the integrated bracelet look. But it is such a gem on the wrist and suits mine to perfection. Once or twice a week, I put on my Maurice Lacroix Icon automatic and just can't take it off. Crisp details, solid build, excellent accuracy, and looks to kill. All that for about $1,500 after discount. Why deny yourself this pleasure, especially knowing how Maurice Lacroix is a proper Swiss manufacturer with its own calibers and original complications? Check them out. That's it for the main watch box, which by the way I purchased many years ago before everything got made in China at the worst possible quality. This is not a luxurious item, but everything holds up great and the covers of each cushion can be washed. I recommend you to invest a little more and stay away from eBay and Alibaba discounted items, which will arrive usually in a pitiful state already. The box itself is part of the enjoyment of the hobby after all. Let's keep going with this mini holder from the brand Chrono Keeper with 2 Ks, Chrono Keeper, that I bought from Mr. Chrono. I'll show you another one in brown with 5 slots in a minute. Here we have 2 more retro divers, the lightweight skin diver with bronze bezel and gilt dial Oris Diver 65, here on a rubber strap. Great looks. This 100-meter diver is more of an everyday stylish watch than a tool. Much more robust is this vintage red from Steinhardt, that captures the elements that made a rare Rolex Sea Dweller a cult classic that trades at high prices. It's a bit cheeky, but then again, Rolex won't sell me a current Sea Dweller, so it's fair game, I think. This piece is well built and has the looks to match. I will add a great luxury diver to round up my collection at some point, but for now, this is what it is. Speaking of which, I am a bit on a Panerai search. It's just so hard to narrow down to one model which one I want. I quite like the recent more unusual crop, but paying full retail for that brand contradicts the value-seeking approach that I have when building my collection. Wait and see. Alright, let's move on to Seiko. When I go to bed, in general, I put this on. It's the Flighty. I also have the gold version, as you will see later in my little Seiko addendum. It's cool, you know, it's got lume. Not the best lume, but it's great. And I know that it's going to be on time all the time, being a quartz watch. It has a bit, there's no Breitling in my collection, so this is a bit the Breitling knockoff if you want. Then you have the Alpinist here on the Angus Jubilee two-tone. You know the Alpinist, and with a green dial. It's a fun watch, cool watch, sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, dia shock protection, date. Very, very cool watch, $200, hard to beat. Then you have probably the best Prospex diver. Well, at least if you don't go to the Marine Master level. This is the Shogun, under $1,000. This is probably one of the best divers you can get. It's fairly big watch, but it's titanium, so it's feather light. I love the hands and the indices. Beautiful, beautiful watch with a nice crown. A very, very cool one. It would also look good into the main watch box, obviously with the rest. I think it deserves it. And then this is one of my very favorite. This one really kills the SKX for me. This is the mini turtle, or turtle reduced paddy version with a very cool dial here and a Pepsi color. I love this watch. It has a blue silicone strap, which is very comfortable. And there's just nothing wrong with it. You even have the Cyclops on the date, which is quite unusual for Seiko. 200 meters of water resistance. I think this is your ideal holiday watch. Really enjoyable. And well, this is the infamous SKX, for which I can't seem to find the right strap or bracelet. But it's such a classic. Looks great. Great dial, great hands. All right, let's move on with my mini Seiko collection. So these are the ones that I tend to wear the most, and then there are a few that I tend to keep just in storage, just for fun. More like the rare pieces that I keep just because collecting Seiko is fun. All right, so in this box you have a few Seikos. Some of them are pretty hard to find, especially this one that looks a bit like a bank vault. I call it my engineer. Looks a bit like the IWC engineer. Very cool watch. And you have the Explotilus, mix of sort of an Explorer dial with a Nautilus shape. Very thin watch. Cool bracelet that tapers. This one, it comes in different colors. I like the black one. I think it looks really stunning. It's a bit like the Blancpain 50 Phantoms, of course. Then you have the Saab 033, Saab 035. Super classic, possibly discontinued. Great case, nice shapes, nice polishing, sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, signed crown. Great dial. I mean, this one is as cool as a Grand Seiko, I would say, for $300. I think I paid even less for that. And this is the cream version, cream dial. That's the Saab 035. This is the watch I wore for like 3 years non-stop. It's a quartz. Not cheap, you know. I think it's $350 back then. Very cool dial. Does everything. Sporty, dressy. I like the sector dial. Is it still running? No, it has finally stopped. I've worn it so much that the bracelet is completely worn out. I've put it on this cool Bond style NATO. Then you have the green Sumo that was released last year. Beautiful dial. I don't really wear it, but I think in a few years people are going to be looking for these. It's a limited edition. This is quite a rare one. I had 3 of these. The all gold with the gold dial. I had the all silver, and this one is my favorite with a champagne dial and the two-tone bracelet. Everybody wants this, but I'm keeping it. Then you have this pretty cool piece, bit big and flat. Honestly, I don't really wear it. I'm probably gonna sell it, but I enjoyed it for a week. Nice hands on this one. Nice hands. Interesting details here around the dial. Get the rehold there. Pretty cool. Then you have the gold flighty Don't really wear it. I've put it on this strap because the gold bracelet was a bit too much. It's pretty cool. You can't really read anything on it, but it's a cool look. Yeah, this is one of the best divers. Great style for this samurai. Beautiful case. I love the crown. I love the bezel, the knurling, very thin. Beautiful everything. Like the dial, the choice of the hands, and in this case the rehaut, as you can see, is angled with a very thin. Every second has an increment on the chattering on the rehaut. It's very original. You don't see that in many of their models. And obviously you had the Pepsi theme. Very comfortable silicone strap. This is one of the best divers you can get. Really enjoying it, and it's very accurate. And then in this box where you should see the SKX, it's going to come here soon. You have the Hamilton GMT. It's not a true GMT function. You can't jump the hours, but it does the job as a world timer. Yeah, it's on Paris time. Nice hands. I mean, the finishing is a step above from all the Seikos with the Hamilton. I get this probably at half price or 40% off. Although it's a 42 millimeters, it wears very flat. Hamilton does beautiful watches, nice cases, nice dials, very original. It's a dressy piece and pretty cool to wear on a black tie event maybe. I did it once. Alright, that's it for this box.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.